Good day and welcome back to Danish News Daily, where behind every calm royal smile is a team working overtime to keep the crown steady. Today's story is not about a scandal itself, but about what happens when an institution quietly prepares for the next one. Because when a monarchy hires a crisis manager, it is never just routine. Before we step behind the velvet curtain, subscribe to Danish News Daily and click the notifications bell, so you stay one step ahead of every royal recalibration, strategic silence, and carefully chosen word. Now let us dive in. In recent months, reports confirmed that the Danish royal household brought in new communications expertise, widely described as a crisis management move. On the surface, this sounds professional and sensible. In reality, it sent a clear signal. The palace knows the pressure has changed, and it is adapting fast. Here is why this matters. For decades, the Danish monarchy relied on tradition, restraint, and public goodwill. Silence was strategy. Time was the fix. But today, silence trends. Speculation multiplies, and narratives form whether the palace participates or not. Transition with me here, because this decision did not happen in a vacuum. A new king has taken the throne. Family tensions have played out publicly. Media scrutiny has intensified, and public expectations of transparency are higher than ever. In that environment, communication is no longer optional. It is survival. Let's be clear. Hiring a crisis manager does not mean chaos behind palace doors. It means anticipation. It means preparing responses before whispers become headlines. It means understanding that perception can move faster than fact. Now consider King Frederik's position. His reign began under historic circumstances, following Queen Margrethe's abdication. That alone reshaped the monarchy's rhythm. Add persistent rumors, family distance, and viral moments, and suddenly the honeymoon period disappears. Here comes the clever part. Modern crisis management is not about loud denials. It is about tone, timing, and credibility. Sometimes it means saying nothing. Other times it means stepping in early, clearly, and calmly. The palace is no longer relying on instinct alone. It is relying on expertise. Let's talk about Queen Mary, because her role here is crucial. She is widely seen as media-savvy, internationally experienced, and acutely aware of public perception. This move aligns closely with her reputation. Strategic, controlled, and quietly effective. Now zoom out to the public reaction. Some critics asked why a monarchy would need crisis management at all. Should royalty not be above scandal? That question itself reveals the shift. Monarchy today is not above scrutiny. It is embedded within it. Others welcomed the move, arguing that clear communication protects trust. When people feel informed, speculation loses oxygen. In a world flooded with misinformation, silence can feel like negligence rather than dignity. Here comes the tension. Crisis managers do not just manage scandals. They manage narratives, and narratives shape legacy. The Danish royal family is clearly thinking long-term, not just about this year, but about decades ahead. Now, let us talk symbolism. This hire suggests the monarchy accepts it is operating in a digital ecosystem. One photograph, one comment, one absence can trigger weeks of debate. Preparation is no longer a luxury. It is a requirement. There's also a generational element at play. Younger royals live in a world of constant visibility. Every appearance is content. Every moment is captured. Crisis management becomes less about fixing mistakes and more about guiding exposure. Here is the twist that makes this fascinating. The best crisis management is invisible. If done well, the public never notices it working. Calm returns. Focus shifts. Trust stabilizes. The monarchy does not need to win headlines. It needs to survive them. Now ask the suspenseful question. What is the palace preparing for? The honest answer is simple. Everything. Because in modern monarchy, unpredictability is the only constant. This move also sends a message internationally. Denmark is not clinging blindly to tradition. It is evolving. It is acknowledging that institutions must adapt or fade. The crown remains symbolic, but the strategy is modern. As the months unfold, watch closely. Messaging will feel tighter. Appearances will feel more intentional. Silences will feel calculated, not accidental. That is crisis management at work. For critics, this may feel overly controlled. For supporters, it may feel reassuring. Either way, it signals a monarchy that understands the stakes. In the end, this is not about fear. It is about foresight. The Danish royal family is not waiting for the next storm to hit. It is reinforcing the roof while the sky is still calm. Thank you for watching Danish News Daily.